What if I told you that being involved with a narcissist is like being addicted to a drug? That every time they pull you back in, your brain is rewarding you for it, even when you know it's toxic. This isn't just a feeling, it's science. And today, my friends, I'm going to be breaking down the harsh truth about how narcissists hijack your dopamine system and why you are feeling addicted to them and why it's so hard to break free. Watch this video. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the dopamine trap, okay? I want to talk about what dopamine actually is, what it does to your body, and actually what it does to your brain. So we're going to be focusing on those things particularly. I also want to talk about addiction and the addictive behaviors that you have towards this person. And it isn't you. It's not you not being able to be strong enough to break free from this person. It's not about that, my friends. There is a whole science to it, and it is proven and backed by psychology. This is exactly what happens. And I feel like once you understand this cycle and what's going on for you, it will help you to make informed decisions and be able to move on doing the right thing that is for you. Because remember, my friends, knowledge is power. So once you understand this, I feel that this is going to help you put the pieces together a little bit more and understand why you are feeling the way that you are. Right then, so let's start with the basics. The dopamine trap. So what is dopamine? Dopamine is a hormone that our body secretes, that our body makes, and it's the hormone that makes us feel good. We seek pleasure. It makes us feel good. We need it for a whole host of responses. We also need it for food, social connection, validation. Like, it plays a big role in our lives. And the thing is, when there's too much of it, it can cause us to feel dysregulated. Usually when we are experiencing anxiety, this is when our body goes into overdrive, mixed in with other chemicals such as adrenaline. This can make it a toxic cocktail that what happens is, unfortunately, our body gets quite addicted to this, because it's that, that feeling, for example, when you're feeling anxious, use that high and that low, that high and that low. That's when there's elevated levels of dopamine with the adrenaline, and then it's the lowered levels. And usually what happens, this is an appetite suppressant, or it increases your appetite. It stops you from sleeping because there's too many elevated levels of dopamine and usually adrenaline. Now, here's the dangerous part, or here's the bit that makes it really difficult. So narcissists, their behavior, or the way that they relate to you, the way that they are around you, is all about value, devalue, discards. So it operates in a cycle. So what happens, this is where it becomes an issue. So when they are valuing you, this is where your dopamine levels are increasing. And this is what is making you feel good. This is what is making you feel attached, bonded to them. And you want this. This is making you feel so good. Then they start the devaluing phase. So this is where you are now decreasing in dopamine. It's not making you feel good. You're not experiencing the same levels that you were before. And you're always trying to chase going back to when you had those higher levels of dopamine. So it's kind of like you let them off. You're kind of like, okay, hopefully they will feel better and things will return to normal. Your normal being those elevated levels of dopamine. And then when they discard you, this is where your fix is compromised. You are thinking, oh my God, that's it. I can't be without them. I'm not going to be able to have my dopamine hit. Obviously, you're not thinking like that, but in your mind, if we're talking chemically, that is what is happening. Because you have become addicted to those higher levels, or those elevated levels of dopamine, you're always chasing that. You're always chasing that high. And so when you're being discarded, you're thinking, oh my God, I'm never going to have that. I'm not going to receive that anymore from this person. So what happens is then you start to validate the narcissist, become dependent on them because you're always thinking that they are the only ones that are going to make you feel good, when the double-edged sword is they're the ones that have put you in this position in the first place, but you're always chasing that part of it because that's what has made you feel good. That is what you are looking for. This is why it becomes so hard to leave this person. You know that you don't feel good. You know that this person is making you feel really bad, really rotten in yourself, but you can't leave. There's the pull to them. There's the magnetic attraction and pull that you feel to this person. There's the addiction because you're waiting for the narcissist to say, I love you, don't go, I want you, I'm sorry. So how can you tell whether you are obsessed to the narcissist? Well, here are 4 questions you need to ask yourself. Number 1, are you having obsessive thoughts about the narcissist? Are you constantly checking your phone for messages or missed calls? Do you feel euphoric? Do you feel so good, like, oh my God, this is amazing, when they do actually reach out or when you hear from them? Do you feel anxious when they don't reach out to you? Do you justify their behavior to keep this connection alive? If you have answered yes to 1 to 2 or more of these questions, then it could be that you are becoming obsessed to the narcissist because of this dopamine cycle. Bless you, my friends. If this is you, what do you do? Okay, so the first thing that I would say, and I know this is going to be really hard if you are in this part of the cycle, is to go no contact or limit your contact or availability with this person. This person it's not going to change. You're not going to be working this out. This isn't going to become something more than what it is. This is what it is. And the thing is, my friends, what you need to remember is that not having that contact is going to be able to give you some brain space, some time, some much needed time to retract, to recover from this person. No contact is like detox, and it is going to be painful. It's going to be hard, but this is intact, going to save your life. The second thing you need to remember is you need distraction. You need to concentrate or do other things like hobbies. Go and see your friends. Go and engage in some sort of sports or exercise. Anything that is going to just stop you from thinking about this person. These create sustainable and healthy dopamine levels. You also need to start rewiring your thinking, and that's all about journaling, that's all about mindfulness, and that's all about therapy, because this is going to break these subconscious patterns in your brain. It is going to be challenging. It is, because you're going to have to do this on repeat. And there are going to be days where you don't feel like doing this, where you are just going to be like, this is too much, I can't do this. And yes, your emotions are going to play a huge part in this. But what I would say to you is this, is you need to become logic about this. Because the thing is, if you start allowing your emotions to get in the way, you're going to feel bad, and you're always going to be chasing that dopamine high. Because your mind and your heart are going to be telling you, yeah, go for it, go for it. But once you realize, once you understand what you are dealing with and who this person is and what they are doing to you, it's this time when you start to protect yourself and put yourself first. Why should you be putting up with this? Love shouldn't feel like this. It's not meant to feel this bad. Narcissists manipulate your dopamine levels. This is so tragic and so abusive on so many levels. A relationship should not make you feel like that, should not make you go to these depths, to these lengths. That is what you've got to realize. This is so harmful. And what's happening is you are sabotaging yourself. The longer you stay with this person, they are not doing you any favors, and they don't love you in the way that you are wanting or craving to be loved. Love shouldn't hurt. And it does, my friends, doesn't it? So this is where you've got to take your power back. Try these exercises that I suggested in this video. Let me know how you get on. Please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below. I also go live on this channel every single Tuesday at 9 p.m. UK time. So it'd be great if you were to come onto the live if you've got any questions or there's something on your mind. If you have enjoyed this video or found that it has been helpful, please do give it a thumbs up. And also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.